Last week on My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss, Mr. Todd played a game of words.
I said that I won't be eliminating anyone. Damien, you will.
Damien tried to build a consensus.
Who do you want to see go?
I need to say Annette. Annette?
I have to say Annette.
And then shocked everyone.
David, get the hell out of Mr. Todd's office.
It's understandable you don't want to deal with a guy who is incredibly honest.
With only 4 players remaining, the teams were divided for one last battle of the sexes. And the girls, with their ample assets, destroyed the boys selling despicable products in a challenge of distribution. In the boss's office, the 2 strongest players with their necks on the line were brought to the brink of war.
I say you sharpen up your swords, raise a glass together with me. To war.
To war. To war.
And tonight, the battle begins.
Welcome to my world. Okay, gentlemen, let's find out who's talk and who can walk the walk. Damien, this is your first time in the hot seat, as it were.
Yes, it is.
There's something you should know. When we get down to this point, and I'm nearly ready to render my decision, I typically run some kind of an exercise which will test your mental acumen. I think I've saved sort of the best one for tonight. Obviously, during any kind of face-to-face negotiation, you need to have focus. You need to be able to make your pitch, even though there's the distractions of outside stimuli. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. And as you're answering your questions, Jamie and David are going to do things to distract you. And the test will be to see how focused you are on me in answering the questions that I ask. You got it, Mike?
Absolutely.
Got it, Damien?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Mike, what is your personal mission statement?
My personal mission statement is that success to me is just by making someone's life better. My mission statement is basically
Catch the ball and toss it back. Keep going.
by making myself better. And by touching one life, I truly have succeeded. That is my personal mission statement.
Wouldn't you rather touch many lives?
I wouldn't touch many lives, but I judge on just touching one life. To make that person a better person, I truly have succeeded in life.
Why do you want a job at IOCOR?
It's a great company where I'd learn a lot. It's a different field that I've ever been in. You know, I think this job, you know, the people are great, the experience is great, and I would just like a chance to represent IOCOR and prove that I have what it takes to be an IOCOR representative.
I understand. Damien, why do you want a job at IOCOR?
Because I think IOCOR needs me. I think I've got excellent skills. I think I've got so much energy and creativity. Yet at the same time, I've got great technical skills you guys haven't even seen.
What technical skills do you have that will benefit my company?
I think analytically, I'm able to kind of, pick apart business plans. I'm creative. I'll come up with other solutions to probably complex problems.
What's one of the first things you look at when you look at a business plan?
I would look at just a business model and their idea. What's the idea? Is it good? Is it feasible? Would I invest in it? Do I think it's something that people will buy? Because if they're not going to buy it, it's not going to make money.
Mike, if I gave you $1 million right now, how would you invest it?
I think the real estate market is a sure investment.
So you're talking about residential real estate?
Residential, commercial, definitely residential, residential, commercial real estate, absolutely. I don't think you ever lose money in investing in probably real estate. I think I just buy, you know, in my area in Boston, you know, two or three family homes are very, you know, you can get them at good prices.
How do you know that? Do you have experience?
I know that I have experience in that.
What is your experience?
My experience is that I have friends that have bought 2 and 3 family homes in 3 or 4 years, turned around and made, you know, $75,000, $80,000 on each house that they've purchased. I just think I have the ability to work hard myself, fix the house up myself. You know, my labor costs would be low, and then turn around and make an investment, you know, after a year.
Damien?
Yes, sir.
What's your personal mission statement?
Will the win.
Say again?
Will the win.
Will the win. Explain.
Absolutely. I think that at the end of the day, I think you can will out a victory. You use all your skills, and at the end of the day, it's willpower what really makes, I think, the difference.
You can will a win.
You're not going to will every single win, but I definitely think that in general, you can will the win. I think if you just use your willpower as strongly as you can, it's something that separates you. I mean, in this market, right, what's the biggest thing? It's how you separate yourself from somebody else. A lot of it is like willpower and figuring out the way, figuring out something different, and using your skills and perseverance and persistence to figure out how to win.
Mike, what is one thing, looking back, that you wish you had done better?
Does it have to be about the challenges? Does it have to be about the challenges? Or does it have to, you know, could it be about how judging people?
What is the one thing that you wish you had done better?
I gave too much trust to 2 of the girls, you know, that were on my team, and they turned around, both of them, and did something pretty bad to, you know, mess with me a bit.
So what?
So I came here to win, and that's what I plan on doing.
Why?
Because I think I have the skills necessary to win. I think I'm poised, at the same time I'm articulate. I think I'm focused. I think I'm polished in terms of my demeanor and my speech, but I'm raw in terms of my natural abilities and my creativity.
What do you mean you're polished? What's polished about you?
I think I'm articulate. I think I know how to speak to different people. I think I can wear different hats, and I can kind of understand what people want to hear.
What if I told you that you think you're a lot more articulate than you really are?
I'd say I don't think you know me well enough.
Thank you. You can go to reception. We will call you when we're ready.
By the way, I don't think I'm a suit either. I'm hanging from poles. I'm doing all sorts of weird stuff that suits would definitely not do. So, keep that in mind.
Always be closing. It's time for me to go talk to the boss. Mike or Damien? Time to let one of them go. You've got it. Jamie?
Gentlemen, come on in.
Damien, you've been picked as team boss 3 times, so clearly you're a good leader. But you might be too much of a live wire to be a great one.
I disagree, but...
Now's not the time for talking, now's the time for listening.
Okay.
Mike, you're the oldest, most mature guy in this game. But sometimes when the chips are down, I think you act like the biggest baby. Damien, I feel like you've been a big fish in a small pond for a long time. Guess what? I swim in a big pond. Mike, hold on to that. Damien, get the hell out of my office.
Congrats, my man.
Damien.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Guys, it's been a pleasure.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'll do whatever it takes for you.
You want a quick pop before you go?
Absolutely.
Here.
Here's to all of you guys believing in me.
Mr. Todd, unfortunately you didn't pick me. I think you made a big mistake. You know, I'm young, I'm impressionable to the point where you could kind of mold me how you wanted to. I'm obviously intelligent. I don't really know what you're looking for. In fact, I'm not really sure what I-Corps is looking for. In fact, I'm not really sure what I-Corps does at this point. We haven't learned much about venture capital. Venture capitalists invest in ideas, and we've just been selling crappy products. Mr. Todd, I think you're crazy, and I don't know what the hell you were doing.
You don't think they'd throw some big twist and think have Mike come back? I don't know. You don't know.
It really wouldn't make sense.
Usually depends on what they throw at you at the boardroom.
That's true too.
And, you know, Damien is very good, like, just, like, on the spot. He's very articulate.
Annette and I thought there was no question that Damien was coming back. I am a huge fan of Mike's, but I just thought that, you know, Damien's the golden child. He's received so many compliments throughout this whole thing that I would have been shocked if it wasn't him.
When I went up against Damien, I was like, oh, this kid hasn't even been in the boardroom. I was a little intimidated. I truly believe that he was my strongest competitor. And if I could have lost or beat anybody, I just wanted it to be Damien. I'm going to make it my mission to kick the crap out of these girls. Surprise!
Oh my God!
Surprise!
Hey! Holy!
I know one of you isn't happy.
I am stunned. When Mike came into the room instead of Damien, I was so surprised. I didn't know what to think, you know, other than, wow, I really expected it to be Damien.
Please don't roll your eyes. I know you're unhappy that I'm here, but it was honestly, listen, it wasn't from me. It was from both of us.
Mike definitely singled me out and said, hey, I bet you're disappointed. And at first, I was.
I can still feel a bit of tension between Annette and Mike, and I hope that will work to my advantage in the future.
I really, between you and me, I didn't think I'd be coming back. I'll be honest with you.
You know, I think because Damien's well-spoken and he's very articulate, you know, he's a smart kid, that led him to believe that he's the best player.
I think they see, like, the real deal in people. I know you think I'm a phony, but they obviously don't think I'm a phony.
The fact that Damien is no longer the pitcher, I definitely see myself winning this whole challenge.
Good times, good times. I can't believe I'm here. I think I was the first one up, and I staggered into the living room. I saw 3 chickens.
Mike comes to the door of my room and says, "You have to come see this." And we walk out, and he shows me that there are 3 chickens. What the heck? Any idea what that means? I've never been around a lot of chickens, so I couldn't compare them to other chickens to say if they were more wild or less. But they weren't trying to attack us or anything, so that was good.
I walk out, and here's 3 chicken that are crapping on the floor. What are 3 chicken doing in our living room? I have no idea.
There was green droppings all around the house, and I think I might have stepped in one. It was just gross. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
The major thing with the chickens is we were all trying to figure out how can this come into play with our next challenge.
5 chickens, 5 chickens.
Symbolic of something.
Are you calling us chicken?
We're wondering what is the deal with these chicken? What are chicken gonna do with business?
Chicken soup. We're gonna have to make chicken soup and sell it.
Watch out, chickens.
Watch out for the...
Don't be chicken.
Be careful.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Those are chickens.
Do we dare?
I've never touched a chicken. Oh my God. Okay, just put it over there. Let them deal with it.
Perfect.
Wow. All right. First of all, my dad had to go back to the West Coast for the next few days. For the past week and a half, he's been dealing with an internal issue that I'm not going to go into too much. So he left me in charge. That means everyone get in the jacuzzi. No, I'm kidding. The real reason that we're here is to introduce your next challenge. And this one is going to be the best one yet. It's going to be awesome. This challenge deals with the world's oldest profession.
Farming?
Okay. No. Bartering.
Bartering.
It's the oldest form of commerce. You have something that I need, I have something that you need, so we trade for it. And if I'm smart, I'll trade up. You guys have been doing a lot of bleeding edge stuff for the past few weeks. Corporate PR, market ad projections, product development. Now you're going to go strictly old school, and you're going to start with a chicken.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. Each of you gets a chicken, and you're going to hit the streets, and you're going to try to trade it up for something more valuable. The goal of the game is to keep trading up whatever item you obtain for another, more valuable item, right? You can trade as many times you want within the given time period. However, at no point can you exchange actual currency. No money, only trades. At the end of the day, your final object will be assessed by a professional appraiser.
Now also, this game is a little different from the other challenges that you've had to do, because it's a solo game, obviously. You're all on your own. Secondly, you're not going to hash it out in my dad's office when you're done. Whoever does the worst is going home. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Be good to your
see
chickens.
Chicken.
Who the hell's going to take a chicken?
I know the girls are both good salespeople when it comes to selling as a group. Break them down individually, maybe they're not as good.
I've done a few bartering deals in business, but usually I'm bartering something that, it's a comparable deal.
I was excited to work on my own for a change. At the same time, because there was no boss's office in the end, I was nervous. It's the last straw, and if you lose, you lose, and you're out.
Today, our challenge is all about bartering. You start with one object, and by the end of the day, you need to trade up.
And we started out with a chicken. We had to go out with a live chicken, barter that for something in exchange, and work our way up.
And the person that ended the challenge with the least valuable item would be eliminated.
Live poultry right here. Sweet. My strategy was to have this great pitch and to have people see the sincerity in my expression and my tone. Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
I'm just gonna put this up here if that's okay. My name's Annette.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. And I wanted to see if I could barter a chicken for something in your store.
Well, and you came to the wrong place to trade because we deal with chickens. But I could trade it for a dozen of eggs, maybe.
How much do chickens usually go for? Do you know?
One like this, about $5, $6.
$5 or $6? Actually, do you think, could I maybe exchange for drinks?
Sure.
6-pack of the root beer would be great.
6-pack.
Great. It's a pleasure doing business
Thank you.
with you.
Nice talking to you. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So I decided to barter my chicken for a 6-pack of root beer, which I got, and I left there feeling pretty good.
My strategy is I'm going to try to convince a Cubs fan that this chicken could break the curse of the Cubs that was set years ago by some man who showed up at the stadium with a goat.
It's a chicken.
Chicken.
Now, I'm sure, being located here, you know the story of the Cubs curse. But it's like, given the fact that it was a goat that set the curse, 7 chickens traded through, Chicago residents and one business establishment could actually break the curse. So if you could give me whatever you can that's you think worth the most value that you can spare, but it's so much more than a chicken, right?
Well,
right, obviously. It's not just a chicken.
Here we go. We can do this because this is worth. Because look who's on here.
Oh wow!
Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now I got a chicken.
I can't believe it worked, and I'm just so freaking happy to not have the chicken. I have now the pictures of the first 5 original inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I wish I could go to an appraiser or something just to know if this is some invaluable item really, or if it's just, easy.
I started in Chinatown.
From my experience, I know Chinatown was dead chickens hung upside down, deep fried, cooked, anything. So I knew if there was a place I could get rid of the chicken, it'd definitely be Chinatown.
It's my friend's bachelor party. We're doing a little game. We each start off with the same item, and we have to keep trading up. The one who loses, actually, between our friends, has to pay for the bachelor party, which is a lot of money. You take the chicken and do whatever you want with it, but you see something that you think would be greater value than the chicken, equal or greater value, and we can work out a deal, like that. If you can talk to her.
佢嘅意思即係話佢而家有個朋友咧，就係結婚，而家就肯同佢交換。啲咩嘅交換啊？ Yeah, she said she do it.
No, do you have any little vases, the cheap vase? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good luck with the chicken. Thank you. Konnichiwa, right? Is that correct?
That's Japanese.
Sorry, Chinese. That's all I know. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I decided to barter my chicken for a 6-pack of root beer. So I went to the store that was next door, asked the manager if I could barter. Thank you for letting me come in. I go to DePaul University, and I'm studying business in one of my business classes. I have to go out to stores, and I started out with a live chicken.
Live chicken?
Yeah, and I had to barter. I had a good story, I had a good pitch. I bartered up, and I was ready to move on.
Okay.
That's perfect. Thank you.
How are you? I was just wondering if there's anything that you could trade me for this.
How about on this table here? Do you see anything on this table?
On this table? Yes, I do.
You want a little candle holder?
Which one? Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the whole thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
Here you are.
And there you are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll put this right here.
I appreciate that. Thank you very
Have a
much.
Good evening. Thank you.
I got a really nice candle holder. It's all silver and beads, and the price tag on this is $35, and I just sold something that was $13. So, doubled my money.
I wanted to get an approximate value of what this item could be worth.
It's like laminated wood.
Oh, that's crazy. That's not worth $500.
Maybe it's not worth $500. I don't know what it's worth. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But still, it's a cool item.
But, yeah, I could reproduce this pretty easy.
It was really frustrating. I started thinking this thing could be worth nothing, and if I end up with this, I'm definitely going to lose. I think it's something that would look good in a guy's apartment.
Yeah, I mean, I would put it up there, but I don't think I'd give up $500. I mean, a cable box and a stereo.
For the stereo, I think it's a clean deal.
All right, we'll do it.
All right.
Stereo?
Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Okay. The stereo didn't look that nice, and it was used. I thought maybe if I was lucky, get $100 for that, but I just thought it was a better item to be working with.
I left Chinatown and I went to revisit Nine restaurant that we had eaten there. One of the first couple nights that we were all together as a group.
How are you? Nice to see you again. What's going on? Can we sit down for a second, do you think? Well, I'll follow you wherever you want. Absolutely.
I'm a liquor salesman in restaurants, and the best way to test myself was to see if I could go in there and upsell a candlestick holder for a bottle of Cristal.
You're going to think I'm crazy. What I'm doing is trading up. I'm trying to trade up with this item that I have. This is actually, it's a handmade candle.
Oh, okay.
It's all handmade, and, it's important to me. And I really need, we came here, we had a great dinner. You have a fantastic wine list, some fantastic champagnes. So I was actually, wondering maybe a wine.
Do you want a red wine? I mean, are we going to talk wine?
We can talk wine, absolutely. They have an extensive wine list. They have fantastic champagnes, and I definitely, wanted to see if I could pull it off. How much is a bottle of Cristal?
$3.75. Is that what I saw up there?
That would be amazing.
I felt like I was upselling myself rather than the candlestick holder for that bottle of Cristal.
I hope you do whatever you're doing and do it well.
I will do it well.
Trade it up to the right level.
I'm trading up. Thank you so much.
Drink it. It's nice and cool.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you so much for trusting me.
Good luck with
All right. Thank you very much.
I walked out with a bottle of Cristal. I felt really good about it, and I said, you know what? What am I going to trade up a bottle of Cristal for? I ended my challenge early, and I felt confident in what I did, and I truly believe that whether I did another hour or two, it wouldn't have mattered.
I thought that I would take the stereo and just attempt to find a person in a bar who would be willing to exchange with me. All right. I'm gonna see if I can find a sucker guy. I just filmed a documentary on the modeling world. I'm actually a model, and I've been traveling around the country, and I need to do some editing on the piece. And because I've just been traveling, I need a DVD player to view the documentary. I lost all my wallet the other day. I don't have any of my cash on me. But what I do have is I have a CD player that's been autographed, and it has actually a kiss mark from a model named Giselle Bellini. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's been in a national swimsuit issue. Yeah, I tell him that it was signed by a model named Giselle Bellini. The funny thing was he claimed to have heard of her, and she's a fictitious person.
Well, I don't have a DVD player here.
No?
No.
Do you have a DVD player at home?
Yes, I think.
Would you be willing to, can you take a break and work the deal?
Yeah, we could do that.
You could?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, let's go.
Okay, cool. So he climbs into the limo with me. Luckily, he was just a nice guy, didn't try to put any moves on.
So you get to travel a lot with your modeling?
Yeah. But, it's a funny business. You meet a lot of strange people. We talked a little bit about the modeling industry and arrived at his place.
All right, come on in.
Cool place.
Thank you. I don't know how I talked you into that. This is actually my roommate, so I might get in a little trouble for this.
Okay.
But here's this.
Thank you.
And here's the remote for it.
Fabulous.
All right.
If I had had more time, I might have tried to ask him what it was worth, but I didn't want him to start considering that, so I just took the DVD player and got out of there as fast as I could.
I'm calling jewelry stores, furniture stores, antique shops trying to figure out what's open. Nothing's open, except for bars. My name's Annette.
Okay, Annette. How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I go to DePaul University, and they told us to go out and barter today. So I started out with a live chicken, believe it or not, and I'm up to these, which I went to Chinatown. And
thank you for not bringing the chicken here.
Yeah, absolutely. I was wondering if you guys had anything that you could barter with me. Yeah, like a bottle of alcohol or something.
All right, we have a nice premium sake.
That would be great.
Sound good?
Do you know around what the price range is of the sake?
I'll find out. Steve, the price range.
Thank you so much.
It's like $50.
You know what? This definitely works for me. I can definitely go with this. So now I have a bottle of sake, and I decided to go to another bar to see if I can barter up. I'm trying to barter a bottle of sake for something of greater value. Anything that's of greater value. The more the better.
All right,
the more
I'll
the
give you
better.
a watch.
That's awesome. What kind of watch is it?
It's a Fossil.
Really?
It's like $89.
Oh my God, that'd be great. Oh, I love it.
All right.
Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you so much. So I'm on Bar Row. There's all these bars and restaurants. I'm here with a Fossil watch. The manager from the previous restaurant comes running out with a computer in his hands. Do you know how much that's worth?
I would imagine a couple $100.
Do you like the wires and stuff for it?
No.
You
I don't have anything for it.
I have no idea if the computer works, but if it does work, it probably would be worth about, I don't know, $200 or so. I decided to go into another restaurant with my computer. The woman comes out with a fax machine. You rock, it works, I'll take it. My challenge at this point is that I have a computer that could maybe work. I decided to trade it for the fax machine because I knew that the fax machine worked, and it would probably be around $100. Hey, come here! What's worth more, the sake or this?
Those are so cheap now. You made a bad move.
Did I? You think the computer was better?
Yes.
Really? Yeah. I must go back and get the computer. No, seriously, because I'll go back and get the computer.
Oh, yeah, I think the computer is worth. This thing's like worth $50 now.
$50?
My watch is worth more than that.
I thought that I was bartering up all along. So you think this is like $50?
Yeah, that's very old.
Maybe I should go back and get your watch.
You've been
All
office bags lately, haven't you?
No, I haven't. My mind's just going crazy at this point. I'm thinking, shoot, I have to go back to the Fossil watch because I at least know that it's worth about $80, $90. Can I have the computer back? I think it might be worth more money. Okay. Thank you. Hey, do you still have the watch?
Yeah.
Can we trade?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I think the watch is worth more.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, though. I appreciate it, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm going into the boss's office tonight, and this could potentially be my last day here, and I don't feel that the item I ended up with is worth what I would have liked to have had. I really wanted to have something worth $100, and I'm nervous. I think there's a chance that I could go home.
At this point, I'm insecure. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the next round. I think I did well, but I was still hoping to end up with something that would be well worth over $1,000, and I knew that the DVD player wasn't.
I was very comfortable with the fact that I came home early. I didn't even really think about the girls that were still out there trying to sell, because if they had that one big trade, they would have felt like me confident enough to come home.
This is weird. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Old man's not around and I'm in the big boy's chair.
Looks good, looks good.
Thank you. All right, let's get started. Who does this remind you of?
Carrie, who cares? Annette, so what? Mike.
All right, I'm done. That was fun for me. Okay, now let's get started. You started with a chicken. Your challenge was to barter up. As you know, our appraiser, Leslie Heineman, from Heineman Auctioneers, the largest auction house in the Midwest, has determined the value of each of the items you were able to barter for. The top 2 earners become our finalists and will compete for the position at Iacor and the $250,000 salary. The person that gets stuck with the item worth the least is going home. Carrie, you went from a chicken to a baseball plaque to a boombox to a DVD player. So, you know, I know you haven't seen anything else, but do you feel like it's a pretty good effort on your part?
You know, I feel like it's okay. I wish I'd done better.
Cool. All right, Annette, your turn. Let's see this watch we have here.
It's a fossil watch.
How do you feel about it, seeing it now?
I feel like if it was brand new, sure, it could be worth a good value, but now, you know, that it's used, I'm not sure.
Do you think it's worth more than the DVD player right here?
Probably not. No, Sony's definitely.
Okay, great. Good job. Mike.
Bottle of Cristal, 1996 Cristal.
Nice.
Don't slide that.
Careful.
Thank you.
All right. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. I went from a chicken to Cristal. You know, I knew what I was going after, and I knew where I was with this. I know the resale value, I know the wholesale value, and I know the value out at restaurants. So I felt very safe with this.
Well, now's the MOT. The moment of truth. It's time to find out what our appraiser, Leslie Heineman, thinks the object that you bartered for are actually worth. Now, FYI, the chicken that you started with, its fair market value is $8. Keep in mind, the appraiser took into consideration the age of the product, the condition of the product, the market demand for the product, and then assigned any appreciation or depreciation to arrive at a final fair market value for the item. So, without any further ado, let's find out what these items are worth. Jamie.
Let's start with Annette. You wound up with a men's watch. This is a men's multifunction watch with day and date. It retails online for $85 new. In its current condition, the appraised value is a total of $31.67.
What's your reaction?
Oh, I think I'm out. For sure. Yeah. You know, when I got the watch in the end, I was thinking around $80, $90. I didn't take into consideration that it was used.
David?
Mike. It's a 1996 bottle of fine champagne, as we know, 750 milliliters. Bottle is sealed and unopened, including the original cellophane wrap. Average retail value, $174.83. Current fair market appraised value, $133.33.
Now, at this point, I'll say congratulations. That's more than Annette's. So you are automatically proceeding to the final two. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So,
That said, that means that Carrie, it's at this point down to you and Annette. One of you will stay to challenge Mike for the position at Iacor and the $250,000 salary. One of you is going home.
Annette, your watch is worth $31.67.
Carrie, you got a Sony Progressive Scan CD/DVD player, model DVP NS501P, silver, with remote. The average retail value Carrie, you got a Sony Progressive Scan CD/DVD player, model DVP NS501P, silver, with remote. The average retail value $89.65. The current condition appraised value is $20. Carrie, you're awesome.
Thank you.
But get the hell out of my dad's office.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity. I hope for your sake I don't end up working for your competitor. Bye.
You're amazing. You're gonna get so many offers.
Thank you.
Annette and Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are our finalists. It's just you two. And I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty big battle. Epic proportions. That's just my guess. But you're here, and you deserve it. Mike, I think you've got a reason maybe to pop that champagne bottle tonight.
Couple of them.
Okay, you're done. Get out of here.
Thank you very much.
I was, very disappointed and pissed off when I heard I was third. I do think that I am more qualified for this position than Annette, but, I really like Mike, and I'm happy that he's in the final too. But still, it's really disappointing. I think that Mike and Annette are going to be at each other's throats. The tension there is obvious. Can't wait to watch it.
On the next My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss.
Run for your lives.
After weeks of competing in twisted corporate challenges.
Shut up! Oh!
Yeah! Weeks of surviving Mr. Todd's warped antics.
Robert, you're short.
and weeks of buying into television's most elaborate con.
Welcome to my world.
Arch rivals Mike and Annette are at each other's throats.
You know, I'm not even pretending I like her at this point.
You know what? I'm not going to let someone step all over me.
And with $250,000 on the line, Mr. Todd makes the stunning revelation that everyone's been waiting for.
I am not in Paul Todd. An IO-core does not exist. The real boss is behind those doors right now.
It's a mind-bending series of twists as the mystery boss's true identity is exposed. And when the web of lies unravels,
I can't in good conscience ask either of you to join my company. How's that?
You won't believe what happens next.
Is this for real?